You can trot him more than that if you want, sorry.
Too quiet.
No, it's up to you, I just meant...
Yeah. He's the right size for me.
Yeah, there aren't many people that have enough legs for that.
Yeah, I love him. A lot of the horses that I buy don't end up big enough for what I like. And again, you know, he is on the bigger side, but I prefer, yep. But he's such a good boy. Like he's so, for his age, like just naturally so broke and easy to do stuff with. You can ride him more forward if you want. You do what you want.
And when did he turn 3?
February. He's a February baby, so he's... And when I'm looking for ones ideally for the young horses, I try and make sure that they're born at least by March, if not earlier, because it's easier.
Yeah, I get it.
Because, you know, until they're... By 6, it starts to, say, neutralize or equalize.
Yeah.
But for the 4 and 5-year-old classes, it definitely makes a difference.
Scrape my whip on the wall.
I do hear him in here. It says when I saw him at the show, of course, outside.
You do circles in the canter?
Yep, yep.
I see why he was thinking.
Yeah, as I said, you know, I've never noticed any issue with it, even with heat or humidity or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting. My first Grand Prix horse was actually a licensed stallion, and maybe they didn't check for it then. Now, if there are signs, you know, that it'll be, they won't let them be a licensed stallion. But he's a
Yeah.
gelding anyway, it doesn't matter.
It seems like it's, and maybe that's because I've been surprised how much more I'm seeing it or hearing about it now than I used to with dressage horses.
Well, I think partly also they're getting taller or leggier, because what I was told is the nerve starts at the right and goes down all the way around the heart and comes back to the left. So it's why they get the left side.
So it's just the length of time. it takes
Correct,
to get
yes,
that
and that's what,
signal back.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I had actually somebody down in Florida that had a horse for us to look at, and he called me and said, I gotta get a tieback surgery on the horse before he can see it.
Well, he must have been worse then.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I was surprised, just because, again, we just don't hear it that much in the dressage horses.
In Germany there is.
Well, clearly, yeah, they're,
Yep.
I think what I should do.
I was gonna say, he never puts a foot wrong, does he?
No, I'm saying this is what's exceptional about him. Like, I've never had one with this good of gaits and this good of character. Like, even Dante, when he was 3 and 4, bucked me off 7 times. He bucked me off as many times as I've been bucked off in my life, all horses combined. And then once he got 5, he was okay, but he was unique. But this one's good.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have a naughty thought in his brain.
No, and even when he's a little perky and fresh, it's like, it makes me laugh. Occasionally he'll be a little looky, like if there's new sunspots or things like that, but nothing bad. He just is like, oh, that wasn't there. And then you're like, no, you gotta go. And he's like, okay. He trailers well, he settles in well. He's not complicated about anything digestively.
Are you, when you ride him, do you try and keep him up high, or do you?
I do a mixture, and it kind of depends on the day.
He likes to flex, so.
Yeah, like when I ride him a little bit more forward off the leg, and I put my hands down, and then the nose comes more out. So if you ride him a bit more forward, then the head will come up, and then just put your, yep. Yeah, and then you just put your hands down, and then,
Feels like he pushes his haunches in a little.
Yeah, just think, look at his pole a little bit, Sally. He's just a little bit overflexed, so just ride him up a little higher. Come on, give him a tap. There you go.
yep. You just need to add a little bit more impulsion and keep the hands down, and then he'll come up. I have pretty strong legs, so but his thing, he is quite easy to go round, so you have to just really watch for it and keep giving the reins longer, because sometimes he'll, yeah. You can also give like another inch of rein,
Okay.
and then push him a little more, and that'll help too. Yep. Because he doesn't actually need connection to stay uphill, because he moves naturally quite uphill.
Better?
It's about the same, but you'll just have to play with it. It is his thing. He flexes really easy there at that 3rd vertebrae.
So when I have one that's like this, I tend to almost ride them what feels a little above the bit. I don't.
Yeah,
want them-
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, he's quite light and nice in the hand, and he'll take more of a connection.
Yeah.
But on days like this, I'll ride him with a little bit more oomph, and then give a bit more rein, so that it almost feels almost a little too light in a way, but then there's nothing for him to bend against. And then I also tap him behind and just get a little bit more activity. But it is his thing. Like, every horse has a thing, right? I mean, there's other horses you're like, God forbid I can't get the sucker around, so it's.
Oh, yeah. No, I knew with my young horse, I knew when I started him, he would be able to be very curled. But we ride him,
Yep.
right from the start when they're young.
A lot of mine that have been, I think, kind of the most balanced, that's where I've seen it, because the ones that are like heavy in the hand or take a lot, those sometimes aren't so I don't know, Because Dante, I also had to watch it. It took quite a while until I could keep him out enough, and it was a strength.
Should I keep going, or?
Why don't you canter him again?
You can do whatever you want. I mean, he's fit, like he's in work. Like you definitely haven't made him tired.
Basically, Sally, the issue here is just that, I mean, he's young, he's very flexible here, you know. Likes to tilt a little bit there. So, I mean, it's not a big deal if he's a little overflexed, but he needs to learn to, you know, stay up and not to be in so tight. So when you ride him, just think of that. Ride him forward and think of that pole being your highest point. And even if you need to kind of give him a little signal up and then let him out, you know, just
Up and out.
yeah, tell him to be out there. And just see how he feels to you when he does that.
What's interesting, and it is a Sally will just have to practice because the connection to the mouth really doesn't change. Like he's really good in the. So it's not like you feel a heavier or lighter connection. You just have to change the neck position in a way.
No, I get it. Yeah. There you go. Yes, exact. Right there. That was good, Sally. Yes. Just correct him and then leave him alone. Yeah. Good. Good.
And this is more his like.
Much
The,
better.
yep.
This is him using himself.
Yes, exactly. Because you.
Yeah, really
Yep.
good. Much better, Sally.
Kind of opening the door.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do a little canter then again. But it's good to see. He's actually very easy to adjust.
Yeah, no, for sure. You just need a little to know him.
To adjust him.
Yep, and you can push him a little more forward in the canter too. That'll help. Little bit bigger canter. Yep, good.
I actually think that, I think it's a great thing to have an embedded background for young horse stuff.
Oh yeah, you know, I grew up on cattle ranches
will
and played
definitely ride them
polo
more
and did
forward.
jumping and fox hunting, and it's so I love getting eventers. And as I said, Carrie, the lady that rides for me, and we start the horses here. So whenever anyone says that they have an eventing background, I'm like, that's awesome.
Intentionally kind of irritating him a little bit with the whip just to see what he's gonna do.
Much better,
Yep.
Sally. Really good. That's right. Yeah, coming from both worlds, I probably have equal event students and dressage
Yeah, no,
students,
that's awesome.
and I'll tell you, I think the world is better.
Yep, no, me too. For me, with my work, it got too complicated trying to do the 3 phases. And then when we moved to Europe, I was like, I'm going dressage, so.
Much better. Come on, correct. There you go. Yeah, good job, Sally. You're going to see in the video that now you've got him where you should have him. Whoop. Yeah, be careful you don't rush him though around corners, huh? Let him balance a little bit. 'Cause he's now really using himself. For a baby, this is a lot. Yeah, he's a worker bee, that one.
No, he's an awesome horse. This is why, like,
He is.
yep, no,
All right, good walking. Give him a big pat, man. Love on him. He's wonderful.
he's one of my favorite ones. He's the favorite that I've ever bought.
Yeah.
Like, I have some favorites I've bred, but he's
He's what I call a volunteer.
yeah,
you
no,
know?
I know. And yeah, no, I love him.
I feel what you mean. I just gotta go a little bit more and get him out there.
Yeah, he needs a little, like, lift him out. Yeah.
And I think, you know, he hacks out and stuff. Not that I've done a ton of it, but like you know, and if you can go like do trot sets and gallop him out and he just gets a little fitter as well, that'll make it easier. Oh, I forgot to mention, so normally I put the beamer on him. I obviously didn't today, so you kind of got him without it. But Normally, they're used to also the Beamer, because I just do it with all my horses unless it's too
Beamer?
hot. It's like a little MagnaWave thingy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he doesn't need it. It doesn't.
You MagnaWave him before you ride him?
Well, yeah, these Beamer blankets, they have their thing. I don't not do it always because I'm in a rush. There's a few that he doesn't need it because he's not tight in the back, but I have a few that have been tighter and it's been
I'm
good.
familiar with MagnaWave, but not a Beamer.
I'll show
blanket.
you. It came from Germany, and if you have a horse that is a little tighter or not as supple or loose, it actually stimulates blood flow.
A little bit like the back on track.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, kind of. Yep, except again with the PEMF technology.
Yeah.
But as I said, he doesn't need it. He's quite uncomplicated. Yeah, no, he is. He feels really
That's good on the video. Thank you.
okay. You're welcome.